Just don't do it. Don't leave tens of thousands of dollars laying on the table and expose yourself in the unfamiliar territory of buying a new construction home. You can avoid these pitfalls by having an experienced realtor who can provide you with expert advice when they're representing you when you're buying a new construction home. And in this video, I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why expert representation can help you avoid the potential heartache, money loss, and poor equity positioning when you're buying new construction. Hi, I'm Phil Martin with the Martin Home Team and eXp Realty, and my team and I do everything residential real estate in the towns and cities north of Dallas, Texas, like Frisco, Plano, McKinney, Allen, Prosper, Salina, and more. And if you're watching this video and you're here for the first time and you're even remotely considering new construction, ring the bell down below so you get notifications and be the first in line to get the latest and greatest on these homes and cities and towns north of Dallas, Texas, and also subscribe so you can come in and get all the great information that you're looking for. So let's just jump into it. First of all, let's talk about why would somebody leave all that value on the table, tens of thousands of dollars, all the potential equity. Why would they leave it on the table and go it alone when they're buying new construction? Well, I found that most people think they might be able to get a better deal without an agent if they're going to go down this path. And when the stakes are high and there's a lot of money on the table, people get representation. Just think about people going to court, professional athletes, other professionals who are dealing with high stakes and high dollars. And so why would you go it alone when you're going to be investing or spending $500,000, $750,000, $1 million or more, and have all that on the line and be there by yourself? Well, if that's what you're maybe thinking, let me give you 3 reasons why you may consider getting expert representation, expert advice from a seasoned and a very highly experienced agent that knows new construction. Here's reason number 1. You'll get expert advice in the planning and preparation, the due diligence phase of your purchase, and it's going to be in your best interest. This person is going to help you find the right home with the right price, for the right terms, in the right location, and all that, including making sure it's a good investment. If you walk into the builder's office and there's the sales rep sitting there for the builder, all they can do is sell you the house they have. Right? And sales reps are rarely licensed. As a matter of fact, builders don't like them to be licensed. They just need the employee. And a lot of folks are thinking, well, I'll go down this path by myself because I'll go in there and they're trained. They're going to take care of me. It's a big corporation, right? What could go wrong with the big corporation? And lastly, some people think, well, they're going to give me the money they would have rather given an agent that I don't have. I'm going to get that discount. Wrong. Just ask them, do you have a price list with an agent, a price list without an agent? You ever see that published? Never, because it doesn't exist. Just know that. If they don't have to pay an agent, they're going to keep it. Why would they do that? Because they can. They're in it for profit. They're a corporation. And so, that planning and preparation, the insights and perspectives you need to make sure you're on that right path. And secondly, clarity. If you're on the right path, it's because you have clarity about the finance. How are you going to do that? The thousands of different ways you can get that done. The market trends. What's going on in the market? What are the alternatives to buying that house from that builder in that location? Is that house in that location going to give you the lifestyle you want, the quality of life that you're looking for? Have you had somebody really asking you all these questions, getting insights and perspectives on the builder reputation and track record, if that's important to you? Some people think builders are all the same. I would tell you, no, they are not all the same. Even a single builder offering multiple offers, not even all the offers are the same. Here's the bottom line. People say, well, it's new, it's got to be good, right? Well, builders have to build a code. And the code is simply the lowest bar that you need to jump over to be in the business. Right? City code is, put in place by the politicians, and it's come out by the inspectors who are underpaid, overworked, and they're people. People make mistakes. I'm not saying they don't do a good job. They do, but it's the lowest bar. It's like the ante in a poker game, guys. And some builders just build a code because that's all they have to do. And some builders take it 2 or 3 steps further because that's what they want to do. And so as you're looking at all these things, an expert advisor is going to help you not be the emotional buyer. You want to be the equity buyer. So that's reason one. It's going to put everything in perspective and keep you safe on this path. You won't be by yourself. And it's especially important when you come to number two, expert representation, expert advice in the front of the process when you have to negotiate the contract, and at the end when you have to close on the home after it's been built. So in the pre-contract phase, there's contract negotiation, there's price discounting, there's credits, concessions, incentives, there's discount, there's preferred lender incentives. The list goes on. As a matter of fact, I would say that there are more I's to dot and T's to cross in new construction than if you're buying an existing home. I mean, for example, the TREC contract, TREC's is real estate commission, the contract that all realtors have to use when we're buying and selling pre-owned homes, is made by the state. It's a fill in the blank. It's heavily weighted toward the buyer's favor. It's 9 pages. Even with all the addendums for special situations, it rarely goes past 13 or 14 pages. And there's at least 7 or 8 outs for you, the buyer. If your expectations aren't met, you just don't like it, the list goes on. And you can leave that contract and get your earnest money back. Builder contracts, on average, the ones I look at are 50, 60 pages. And on page 1, on every builder contract I've ever read, it said your earnest money is absolutely, unconditionally, non-refundable once you pass, getting pre-approved. Done, right? And there are no outs for you, the buyer. Because it's the builder's home, it's the builder's company, it's the builder's contract, the builder's attorneys wrote it. They don't have to do anything different. They like to control the whole process. And that can be a really good thing, right? Because they've got a big job they're doing. But understand, that contract, it's not your friend, so to speak, right? And so expert representation will help you with that. And again, it's a big corporation. They're in it for profit. Don't ever forget that. So on the closing end back there, you're still going to have title companies, inspectors. As a matter of fact, with new construction, you might have 2, 3, sometimes 4 inspections. Appraisers are still going to have to come in and more. Expert representation is, especially if it's a team like us, a team of people will come alongside you and take a lot of this admin burden off your hands, minimize your stress, and just make sure you get where you need to, and you're feeling really good about it, right? Because the expert advisor should be leading you through the process. You're just making the decisions, but putting you in a position to be able to make really great decisions. And speaking of great decisions, we get to number 3. Number 3, in the middle of the process when the home is being built, right? There's a person called the builder. And the builder is also an employee of the company, and their job is to build your home. They sit with you and review blueprints. They're managing all the subcontractors. They're giving you updates weekly, sending you pictures. But here's the deal. During this process, think about it. A million parts, millions of parts have to come from multiple continents, different countries, touched by thousands of hands. They have to show up in the right time, in the right sequence. And then in multiple languages kind of coming into play here. And then when they're when they arrive, we have to check on the quality of the materials as they're being installed. We have to look at quality of workmanship, craftsmanship. The list goes on. And you put all this together, and it's people, right? People are all in the middle of this, all those things going on. So I'm sure nothing could ever go wrong, right? So an expert advisor is going to be able to do this one thing, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's ask the right questions at the right time. If you see something you don't like, if something kind of smells different, looks different, probably isn't right, but you won't know the right questions to ask. And sometimes, like I said, there's just a lot of stuff going on, or sometimes it's just part of the contract and you weren't aware of it and you don't like it. So the whole point is expert representation, an expert advisor along with you at your side is going to help you get what you expected. And the key is to have expectations that are based in reality and writing. That's an important part too. In writing, can't stress that enough. Guys, I promise I'm just scratching the surface, right? And if you do want to go it alone, And very few people, I would say a good amount do, not the majority. If you're thinking of going it alone, that's your choice. And if that's exactly what you're going to do, don't call us and don't ask for help trying to figure out the right house or any of those other things. It's just, that's not our cup of tea. You're going it alone. So, okay, we're okay with that. If you want to purchase that house without expert advisors like us, but it may be appropriate, and you may want to do this, right? Go ahead and reach out to us, call and text, ask for an interview us on how we're going to add value to the process and help you to not, put tens of thousands of dollars at jeopardy. And at the end of the conversation, a couple things are going to happen. You're going to be sure and you're going to be clear that, yeah, I knew it. That just reinforces why I need to be on my own. Or you're going to sit back and say, maybe I should reconsider this. And maybe we have a basis to do business together. Maybe we don't. I don't know. But you'll have great information. You're going to have great clarity. You're going to know you're on the right path, or you're going to be put in a position to where the advice is worth considering. Right? So it's worth considering. So we've been helping people through this process for, over a decade, buying new construction homes, helping them to figure it all out, get the clarity, get the confidence. So when the time is right, they are moving with confidence. And if moving with confidence sounds like something you'd like to do, give us a call, shoot us a text, email, better yet, right down below, schedule a Zoom call. And if you're moving in town, that's great. If you're moving out of town, from out of town, that's great, especially out of state. If it's 90 days, if it's 6 months, 12 months, there's all kinds of flavors of new construction, guys, and we'd love to help you. We'd love to help you move with confidence. So this is Phil Martin with the Martin Home Team, and live north of Dallas, Texas, and we hope we talk to you soon. Take care.